Hi there, this is Dave Marcus, your Saskatchewan provincial broker, and this is Contracts 101, how to write a withdrawal or cancellation of your listing contract. This form, it's a single form that you can do one of two things with. You can use it either to withdraw a listing or you can use it to cancel a listing. You're going to have the date at the top is going to be the date of the original contract, whatever that might be. Let's say they listed on December 1st. Steve and Sally Seller, eXp Realty, 706 Express Avenue. So we've got two options. The first option being withdrawn. What that means is it's probably good to read these, make sure you understand the difference here. So if you withdraw a listing, that means the brokerage shall terminate any marketing activities. So it's going to come off of MLS. You're not going to have a sign up anymore. You're not actively marketing the property. Number two, the client shall pay remuneration if during the original contract the client and buyer enter a legally enforceable contract, or a legally enforceable contract has been negotiated, or within 180 days of expiration. Those are the exact same terms that are in your listing contract currently. So basically, what it's doing is it's clarifying that just because it's withdrawn doesn't mean that any of these terms have disappeared. And then the third part says client warrants and represents there are no negotiations pending with anyone for the sale, transfer, lease, or exchange of the property. So the time when you might withdraw a property is if you've got a client that is actively trying to sell, but they want to take a break, for example, for some reason. Let's say let's say they want to paint one of the bedrooms. They've had some showings. Somebody said the bedroom needs some paint, so they said, "Hey, let's take it off the market for a week. We'll paint the bedroom and put it back on." So that might be a good example of when you'd want to withdraw a listing. You're just taking a little break, and then when it's done, you activate the listing again. So that's option A, is withdrawn. Option B is canceling the property. Now, when you cancel the contract, what that says is that we're canceling the original listing. We waive all our rights to that original listing contract. It still says that there would be a commission due and payable if the property is sold to anyone introduced to the property before the cancellation was signed. So, which again is off of your listing contract. That's on the listing contract as well. It says that if your marketing introduces someone to the property, then you're allowed to collect a commission off of that sale. So the cancellation still permits for that. But then it also says this right is waived if the property is relisted with another brokerage. So cancellation of a contract, there's usually a couple of times when that happens. One of them is if the seller and the agent have just determined that this property is not going to sell, or we can't afford to sell, or we're not moving, or just we're pulling the pin on this. Cancellation just closes it up. That's it. Tie it up in a little bow, walk away. The other scenario where you might have cancellation is when agents do a cancel relist, which is pretty common. Sometimes an agent wants to refresh a listing, get new days on the market, put a new price on it, maybe add some new seasonal photos. Sometimes an agent will cancel the listing and then relist it the next day. So if you want to do a relist, you do need to cancel the property. You cannot relist a property when it's in withdrawn status. No agent can relist a property in withdrawn status. So if I withdraw the property, but it's still under the original contract, and the client phones another agent and says, "Come list my property," they actually can't do that while it's in withdrawn status. It would have to expire first. But if we want to do a relist, it does have to be canceled first. So that's the difference between withdrawing and canceling. Again, you would get your clients to sign and date. And this is another one of the documents where we actually need to have the broker signature on it. So you're going to send to your broker for signature as well. So that is the withdrawal cancellation form. Hopefully you don't have too many of these in your career, and looking forward to reviewing your contracts. Thanks.